Hi Leo, welcome to your reading for February 2023. This is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those intuitively guided, or you're here just checking on a Leo's energy. I have a lot of Leo love. My grandson, Lexington, is right on the cusp of July 23rd. My mom was August 5th. Many of you know this. My son, who has crossed over, was August 12th. And Sam, the man that I live with, is right on the cusp of August 23rd. Claims he's a Leo. He does carry a lot of Leo energy, I have to say, but he's a Virgo. But, you know, he's right on the cusp. So, anyway, and I feel like I'm leaving someone out. I don't know why. I feel like I'm leaving someone out. Anyways, welcome guys. We're going to use 4 different decks for your read today. We're going to use our Mother Mary Oracle. We're going to use the Angel Tarot as an Oracle. For your main spread, I decided to use the Psychic Tarot for you. It was really calling to me. And we will use the Gilded Tarot to clarify. So, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm doing this on a Sunday. Happy Sunday. I'm going to try to get it out to you today also. I feel like spring is right around the corner. Tomorrow's Groundhog Day. No. What am I talking about? Alright, let's go ahead and give him a cut. I feel like this is your card. Like I was going to deny it, and then I just felt like, no, I can't. I cannot deny it. Alright. Wow. Jesus. No wonder I can't deny it. Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance in this situation. Wow. I don't think Jesus is going to let you down. Alright, let's bring in the Tarot Dreams. Or, I'm sorry, the Angel Tarot. Everything's pre-shuffled, guys. Just want you to know that. But I know many people appreciate a reader shuffling while they're here also. So, I do it for you. Everything I do it for you. I've had so many guys say that to me. But baby, everything I do for you. Really? Okay, we got 3. We have the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. I'm going to read what these cards say. Many of you know, like intuitively, I'm not really guided to cards that have words on them. Because I like to really read them intuitively. I like to pick up the energy. But these words, I feel like, are pretty profound. So this is why I've been reading this deck. But we start with the 5 of Wands. Conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Well, that just seems like the whole damn world right now. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Then stand up for yourself. Very ambitious people. Sometimes these people work against each other when truly they're so like-minded that they could turn around and, you know, it's like if we're working on a project, let's say, and I'm with a group of people that I was assigned to, and there's a lot of ego involved. I feel like, you know, we're not going to get past the ego. We're not going to get past that ego. Okay. Anyways, well, hello, Sun. Your card. quite beautiful. I always love it when the sun comes out in a reading, anytime, anywhere, even if it's in reverse. To me, it just means happier days, happier days. All right, but let's read what it says. A time of great joy and success. Brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities. Plans that work out perfectly. Gratitude to the divine. So you're very, very grateful in this energy. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. What's going on, Leo? A windfall of abundance, wise counsel, or good fortune. Play the Powerball. An exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract, significant purchases like a house or a vehicle. You know, anytime the Ace of Pentacles is coming into your world, get excited. Because it's something that's coming into your physical plane that is truly meant to expand your world, your life, whether it just be my career, whether it be my love life, or whether it be all of that above. I feel like as I improve one area of my life, the rest seem to follow suit. So we have the sun right in the middle. The sun's bringing in the Ace of Pentacles directly for you, Leo. I mean, it's connected directly to you. I feel like the only thing I may have to worry or wonder about is in this Five of Wands energy. Like, who am I having conflicts with and why? And are they worth it? Is it worth it? Do I need to stand up for myself? But if I do, you know what I mean? Because I almost feel like this is about moving you out of that energy. It's almost like you're being shown maybe a different way than what the group wants, the way they want to go. So maybe you pull out on your own. You're like, you know what? I'm just going to do my own thing. Whatever you want to do with this ace, it's really up to you, but it's an ace that really takes root. So it's an ace that really can affect you for the rest of your life. And when I say affect you, I mean that in a positive way. Of course, we do need to nurture that ace. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to go ahead and just leave them right in the reading. And we're going to add the Psychic Tarot with them. See if we get any synchronicities. All right, let's give them a cut. I'm going to bring the lid down a little bit. And let's shuffle. Let's see what's following this ace. A windfall of abundance. Wise counsel or good fortune. An exciting career opportunity. Wow. Hello, world. So, interesting that the world is mirroring the Five of Wands. I'm saying that for a couple different reasons. First of all, 5 always speaks of change. To consider change. Maybe this is what you're praying about. Maybe you're praying for a way out of this type of drama where the world is your answer. It is the next portal. This ace is the way. You know, first of all, the sun is the illumination over the ace, over all that they can be. And this ace feels like it's what then can take you or will take you into this next portal, into this next period of your life. The universe or the world card to me is like the closest chapter to God. So I feel like what that means is that whatever I'm creating from this Ace of Pentacles, again, the sun is there, right? Everything is illuminated. There's nothing you need to fear here. Especially if you're wondering, like, should I separate myself from this Five of Wands? I feel like the answer is yes. You know, if you can. Maybe you can't. But even if I can't, I feel like it's still saying use your own epiphanies. Use your own knowledge. Because I feel like that's exactly what you're given. You're giving epiphanies and you're given the way, and it's showing you how to open up this next portal. You know, it'd be one thing if the moon was here, because then the moon can cast shadows, right? But it's not the moon, it's the sun. Let's keep going. Solitude. Solitude. Reflection. That's what really any nine is going to speak about. Reflection. You know, interesting that solitude is coming below this Five of Wands. So I do feel in a way that this may be asking you to separate yourself from that. 9, independent energy. We have the Tower, under the sun. And then we have your intuition, the High Priestess. Interesting. You know, Leo, I feel like something is crashing and burning here. I just feel like it's crashing and burning. And I feel like before the Tower reaches you, it may reach these other people or another person, you know, depending how many people are in there. I feel like because of the energy within that 5, because it's a lot of ego, and because it really feels to me like nobody's listening to anybody anyway. So I feel like something is going to crash and burn in this. And I feel like your guides are trying to help you see the way out before it even happens. Intuitively. Instinctively. I feel like you really want to trust us. So if you resonate with this Five of Wands, and you are looking for a way out, this is kind of showing you. Three major arcanas right here. The Hermit, the Tower, the High Priestess. And then the universe, the world. And the sun. Wow, I just realized we have 5 major arcanas out of 7. Listen, here's what I'm feeling like. All of a sudden, I feel like you are the wise one. You are the wise one. And other people may not recognize that about you, or they do, and it threatens them in some way. You know, it's like you carry the light, and because you carry the light, I don't feel like all people, how do I say this, relate to that or even appreciate that. Now, I feel like if they don't appreciate it, it's due to their ego. You know, it's almost like, I already know that Kathy is gonna, you know, she's gonna blow this project out of the water. And I don't like that, right? I already know, you know, that Sarah has the wisdom to really create something fantastic. But it doesn't make me feel good. Like me, right? Me, but it's because they want to be you. Alright, let's keep going. All right. Well, we're going to take the Chariot first because it's face up. Perfect energy coming into the world. You know, I feel like this is clarifying for you that this is talking about 2023 because 2023 is the year of the Chariot as it relates to Tarot. The Chariot is unlimited energy. So literally you can take this ace and who knows, like if you're looking for prosperity, you can create it. You know, and it's coming from your wisdom. It's coming from your epiphanies. It's coming from your knowledge that you've gained through this lifetime and other lifetimes. What am I holding? To me, the Chariot is about, well, first of all, triumph. It feels like a reward, but it really is unlimited potential. The Chariot is, I feel, controlled more by the mind. I tell the horses where to go, and they follow suit. You know, even if you look at the horses, I know it's not on this one, but you know, different people have different aspects, or that's the right word, may see a card differently. But like when I see the horses, you know, I notice one's black, one's white. That's normally what you would see. And I feel like one's just representing the dark side of us and the light side of us, but it is all of us, right? It is who we are. We all have that. And it's really about finding balance. You know, what's not serving me is not serving me. Why do I want to stay in it? Maybe I have to stay in it for a little while, but it doesn't mean, like the hermit, I can't be planning, right? I can't like take these epiphanies. And I feel like, by the way, I almost feel like if this is relating to work, don't share your epiphanies because it feels like independent to you. Anyway, Chariot, unlimited potential, card of Cancer. Got to trust your intuition. I love this little block right here. Here's the ace. Here you go. It opens up the next portal. In that portal, trust your intuition. Trust the epiphanies that you're receiving. Trust that your prayers are being answered. And the triumph and the Chariot is the reward. All right, we have Judgment, Truth, and then hello, Passion Begins, Ace of Wands. You have the Ace of Pentacles, and now you have the Ace of Wands. By the way, the Ace of Wands is coming under the tower with the sun above that tower. I'm telling you, I feel like this tower is avoidable because I feel like your guides are saying we're gonna, like, if there's a potential of a tower, we're gonna illuminate it to you so that you can plan accordingly. Excuse me. And it's almost like get out before the tower. Truth. This is a call to the present moment also. This is your spiritual team. You know, they want you to live in the truth, in your truth, the real truth. No illusions. Not with the sun out, right? It's like if you hear someone saying, tells you something, and they're like, but that's the truth, and you just know, you feel it in your gut, like, that doesn't sound right. Trust yourself. This is a year when we really are going within, and I don't mean like going within to work on ourselves. I feel like a lot of that has already been done. It's about going in and trusting the messages this year. Your spiritual team and you, this is a year where you can be very, very connected. But I do have to say, I feel like something like the Five of Wands energy could certainly hinder that, or let's just say put illusion in that I'm kind of stuck there. Anyway, it's not the truth. So you're being called to the present moment. Why? Well, I can tell you why. All these aces. The World. The Chariot. The Hermit tells me you're ready. The Hermit tells me that you have the wisdom. The Hermit tells me that you probably have already found the light, and the light is within you. You know, I feel like Jesus resides within you. And then the sun. Anyway. So, something not only is coming in to help within your physical world. Again, it can mean material-wise. It can mean a job. It can mean a house. It can mean you leaving a situation, because I feel like it's your way out. But also I feel like this is something you're going to be very passionate about. Passion-driven. This is an ace I have to reach out and say yes to. Just like the Ace of Pentacles, right? Alright, let's keep going. You know, you have the Chariot that's being mirrored by the Hermit. So, you know, the Hermit's often referred to as like that dark night of the soul. Like, you know, we've walked through the dark night of the soul. All of a sudden I'm thinking of a song. I think it's by Eminem. Like, I walked through the valley. No, it's not Eminem. I walked through the valley of the... It's a rapper. But I can't think of who. Though I can see them in my mind. Anyway. I don't even know why I'm telling you that. Financial and material changes. Financial and material changes. Coming under the Ace of Pentacles and under your intuition. Right next to the Ace of Wands. I almost feel like I can relate this 5 right back. Right? 2 5s of Wands. We have the 9 of Swords. Interesting that the 9 of Swords is coming out right now, because the 9 of Swords speaks of unnecessary worry. This is an energy where I am kind of self-isolating. And listen, maybe for some it's been good for a while because of the Hermit being here, right? Like I've done some deep reflection. But this 9 of Swords speaks about like worry that turns into anxiety, and what I'm worrying about is something I cannot control anyway. So I gotta let it go as much as I can, because if I don't, first of all, it can turn into a repeat pattern, and it may already be a repeat pattern, but the 9 gives you an opportunity to reflect upon that. But it can lead to isolation. It can lead, you know, solitude. Solitude's not always bad, but in this energy, it kind of is, because it can lead to, again, anxiety, depression, sleepless nights. You know, worry is going to come out somehow, some way of your body, whether it shows through your health, whether it shows through your like I don't take chances in life because of this. But it's being mirrored by judgment. Then we have the 7 of Wands on the bottom. Stand your ground. Okay. Well, it's on the bottom. And yes, maybe you do need to stand your ground in certain areas, but I also feel there's certain areas it's not even worth you standing your ground, because I feel like there's better for you. But for some of you, yeah, maybe you do need to still stand your ground. Maybe you are working somewhere and you cannot leave, and maybe someone like is taking your ideas and claiming them as your own. We'll see. It's on the bottom of the deck. And that's why I wonder, you know, sometimes it's worth standing your ground, and other times, you know, depends on who it is what type of person you're trying to stand your ground. Like if it's a narcissist, there's no sense, right? There's no sense, because it's almost like you can't win, but the truth is you can win, because how do you shut a narcissist down? You leave a narcissist. We have the Four of Pentacles. So something's talking about your foundation. You know, the Four of Pentacles, even though it's in the upright, can be resistant to others' ideas. But it can also be happening to you, right? The resistance is against your ideas, even if they're the best. But I feel like this is really speaking about, because it's mirrored by, again, the world, your foundation. You know, like when your foundation is strong, nobody can knock you off it. They can try, but they won't succeed. Well, hello. Judgment again. Look at this Judgment right over the sun. That's powerful. You know, I feel like there's no hiding these epiphanies. You know, what you're receiving, you need to trust. Because I feel like I'm receiving, like, let's just call it downloads. And I need to trust in those downloads. And it's funny because it's like your spiritual team is really calling you to the present moment. But there's nothing to fear, because the sun will illuminate everything. And the sun really is about making you feel happy again. It's like happier days. But Judgment coming right over that. We have the Emperor. Some of you, you're on your way to beginning your own business. You are becoming the boss, the supervisor, or business ownership. This is an area where other people really do look up to you, but it's because of your knowledge. It's because of your wisdom, but it's mainly because of your actions. Leo, I feel like some of you, like if you're thinking of starting a business and maybe you haven't yet, and listen, it can be anything. It's the Ace of Pentacles, a very creative type energy. I don't know why, but you know, maybe because my son was a musician, I always think of musicians when I do Leo, like many, you know, starting to play instruments again, starting a band, writing lyrics. I just feel like there's so much that can be done in this type of energy. The Emperor tells me you're ready. This is the card of Aries, by the way. And we have the Seven of Wands. Interesting. So we have the Seven of Wands twice. Stand your ground, and then stand your ground. Okay. Why would you need to stand your ground to enter into this next portal? Well, because there's probably people trying to get you not to enter that next portal. Why? Because they don't want you to. You know, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but I feel like there's just someone who does not want you to succeed. Now, I feel like the reason they don't want you to succeed is because of their own lack mentality. But don't let that stop you. You know, some of you may have been praying about a new job or a way out of the mundane, you know, type of energy that is not being, it's not bringing you prosperity. And I don't mean just in money. I just mean it's not bringing you harmony. It doesn't make you, I don't know. So I do feel like I have to look at that and I have to make a decision. Am I going to stay in that or am I going to leave it? Everything here is showing me that the universe is showing you a way to really better your life if you choose, because you do have free will. And again, it doesn't mean that everybody wants to see good for you. But your spirit guides do. And so do I. And so does Jesus. Let's keep going. Very interesting, Leo. Well. Hello, Ten of Cups. So. Over the Hermit, we now have the Ten of Cups. Why? Well, the Hermit would be ready, right? I've done all the reflection. Doesn't mean that, like, I feel like we're learning through our whole life. Like, once we start on a spiritual path, like, our spirituality just keeps opening, just keeps blossoming, right? We think we know, we think we know everything, and then we learn more. Ten of Cups. Coming over 9, independent. Some of you, this could certainly be talking about also also starting a business from your home and truly loving what you do. It's like you are the spiritual one now. We have the Wheel coming over the Tower. Alright, so what does that mean? And, a lot of people don't like hearing this, but to me it means that any towers that have happened in your life, they've happened with reason, with purpose. They taught you, right? If nothing else, they taught you, I don't want to see that tower again, right? Been through that, done that. So they teach, though they can be hard lessons. But also what you're learning is how to avoid them at the same time. What am I holding? The Wheel. So I feel like this is saying don't regret. Don't regret anything that you've been through, the hardships that you had, because if you look at it with a spiritual lens, you can truly see the growth that you've had. It's like this Ace of Pentacles, and for some of you, beginning a business. Well, you couldn't have done it without all the previous knowledge that you've gained. The Wheel. Destiny. You're being called to the present moment because the Wheel, I feel like, wants to start spinning. Eight of Cups. Leo, you're leaving something that emotionally is no longer serving you. Whatever that may be, it's emotionally no longer serving you. This is also an 8. Your number. It's also as above, so below. Well, we have Jesus right here, who's saying your prayers are going to be answered. But first, the emotional clarity. I feel like it's also saying, especially coming over intuition, that there's a lot of things that I gave a lot of value to that don't deserve that value. Now, I don't want to be mad at myself because that's a good thing, right? Like, you tried to value something, but it didn't want to live in that vibration. All right. Then I'll go to a vibration where people think more like me. Eight of Cups. Just emotional clarity. And it's so that you can move away from it. It speaks about not allowing your past to affect your present or your future in a negative way. Like, I don't want to plant seeds of doubt. Because then doubt, it brings me. You're not alone on this journey. And your spiritual team is trying very hard to show that here. You know, and I also feel like, you know, there's not much left for the past, but still the wisdom is there, right? Like, I do want to extract all that. If I need help, pray. I don't feel like that's the case, though. I feel like you've had enough of something. Something is not working in your favor. I feel like you tried. You gave it what you could. I do feel like you learned a lot, even if it was hard lessons. But I feel like this is about the next chapter now. And I feel like you're ready for it. You're ready for this next chapter. This next chapter includes abundance, includes passion and desire. You know, it's energy that we desire. I can't help but notice the Ten of Cups, right? The Ten of Cups right next to the wheel can certainly signify that eventually I move from independent energy into the house of harmony, the house of love. But, you know, that probably comes with time. I also very clearly feel some of you doing some type of work from home, and I feel like it's very, very fulfilling, or it can be. Well, hello, lovers. Coming over the Chariot, mirrored by the Ten of Cups. Card of Gemini. The meaning of the card is a head over heart decision. I don't know why, but I feel like by the time we get to this energy, especially because it's coming over the world, over the Chariot, but it's also part of the next portal that's opening for you. The Lovers mirrored by the Ten of Cups. Quite beautiful. I don't feel like this is talking about, at least let's say if this Five of Wands for any reason is like love. I don't feel like it worked out. And I feel like there may have been a lot of ego involved. But at the same time, it's like, do you stand your ground? Well, you can try. But I feel like it gets to a point, especially because the Eight of Cups is here, like, it's not worth for me to stand my ground. Because it's not getting me anywhere. It's just pulling me deeper and deeper into the drama. Wow. Seven of Pentacles. It's like your spiritual team is saying, okay, Leo, you tried it your way. And you've probably had great success, but you've also had failures. And who hasn't? But now, this is about a period of your life where there can be great changes. Changes are of your soul seed of intention. So anything new that's coming your way, don't disregard it. Even if, like, the beginning may seem, well, you know, it's not easy just to begin a business, right? But listen, the Emperor would put a plan in place. But also be able to know that I need to fluctuate with that plan. But that's what the Emperor would do. Put a plan in place. Seven of Swords, or Seven of Pentacles. First of all, it's a lesson in patience. Even in the hardest of energy, sometimes I am meant to stay in it for a little while. And why? Simply to learn what I need to learn. That's why we're here. We're here so our soul can experience different adventures. And not all of them are going to work out, but not all of them are meant to. Some of them are just platforms to the next. Thinking of Mario Kart, all of a sudden, like, bing, bing, right? I'm climbing higher and higher. I feel like your spiritual team is saying, this is something that's coming into your life that your soul planned on before it even came here. into this lifetime, right? Like, I've lived many lifetimes, but now in this lifetime, I want to have these experiences. Now, even as a soul, I feel like it doesn't guarantee us that we'll have those experiences, because as we're born with free will. But doesn't mean that they don't pop up. Two sevens. 3 7. Yep, 7 7 7 7. Universal year 7. The Magician. Beautiful. Coming over that Ace of Wands. Well, I feel like this is you taking your power and you creating. You know, the Magician really is the Fool's teacher. And we're always the Fool in the Tarot. Most of the time, anyway. And the Fool is about starting a brand new experience, let's say. And what the Magician teaches the Fool, as the Fool's very first teacher along the next journey, is that everything that you need to be successful or to enjoy this next chapter, you already possess. This is all within you. There's nothing you need to drag along. You already have what it takes to succeed. You got to trust that. You know, the Fool takes a leap of faith. And the Magician is the manifester. Coming over this Ace of Wands, what are you manifesting? You know, it's part of your destiny, because this Ace of Wands is surrounded by energy of your destiny. And then the Magician is the ability to manifest. Some of you may have a personal year 1 this year, or you maybe have a life path 1. You know, and if that's the case, I feel like you really want to learn like your personal year number and your life path number, because it can tell you so much. I feel like especially a personal year, because it can give you a clue as to like maybe what you're learning this year, or what you may have the ability to gain. All right, we have the Page of Cups, and then look at this, we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is about unexpected love, but it's interesting because it's coming over the Nine of Swords, almost like, can you believe in great love again? Can you? I hope so. I don't love that it's over the Nine of Swords. I feel like what it's saying is sometimes I've got to give up control of exactly how, you know, who's ever next in line, let's say, how they show, right? How they show. But at the same time, because you're being called to the present moment, I don't think this is energy where I have to wait and wait and wait. These aces are being presented to you to really grow your life. And then what you do with them is going to be up to you. So I feel like there may be some worry just over love. The worry could be like, when is love, real love, going to find me? Well, you have the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. I feel like in your next chapter. But let's say, you know, let's go back for a second, and let's say I stay involved in this, whatever the drama is. How could love then, new love, serve you? Right? So I feel like our guides are always saying in these readings, like, the more that we can clear energy that is not serving us, and it means that it's holding us down, holding us back, making us feel bad about ourselves, whatever it may be, we stop trusting us, right? We stop trusting our soul. I mean, who's got the right to say that, you know what I mean? Like, it's your soul. This is your life. I don't know where I was going with that. But I want to look at a couple things. I want to follow this Knight. The Knight of Cups. But I'm going to come up here. Actually, you know, I feel like what this is saying, financially, Leo, you can do what you want. Like, I feel like, you know, if it's a business you want to start, I feel like the opportunity is going to show itself. You do have to reach out and take it, right? You do have to focus upon it. But if you're willing to do that, I feel like you can grow to true success. I also feel like, you know, the Emperor here, this can talk about, like, promotions. And it is due to your wisdom. It is due to your previous actions. So I feel like financially or material-wise, I feel like you're covered here. Like, this feels like a very, very good year for that. Where the worry comes in is relating around love. So, what I want to do, I'm going to take the Lovers. I'm going to take the Ten of Cups. I'm going to pick these up. Actually, let's pick them all up. Though I do want to leave the Nine of Swords out. Because that's really what I want to know. I'm questioning this next love. Or this love. I'm not sure how it could be bad. With the Ten of Cups. And then the Lovers mirroring it. But let's put that Nine of Swords first. Then we had the Ten of Cups. Well, let's put it the way it came. We had the Lovers. Then we had the Nine of Cups. With the Knight of Cups over it. So, let's get a completely different deck. Let's take the Crystal Vision. And give it a couple shuffles. And let's go, let's just see what this means. Actually, I kind of want to put this Knight up here. Because this talks about unexpected. An unexpected couple fulfillment. You know, a Knight has a job to do. And this Knight's job is to bring you some type of fulfillment. Well, have the Lovers right above it. You know, many people when they see the Lovers think of twin flames, and it could certainly represent that. But, you know, I feel like don't just wish for that, because I know many, and I know that just through personal readings, like, really wish for a twin flame, but twin flame can be very, very, it's not an easy path, right? But if your soul chose it, your soul chose it. Another thing I want to say just real quick, you know, if you and your twin are meant to be together in this lifetime, you will be. You will be. But not all twins are meant to be in every single lifetime. Why? Well, because maybe this lifetime I really came to master my material world. You know, if you have an 8 life path or an 8 personal year, you're here to really master your material world. And I don't mean that in like I need to be rich. But I do feel like it does come with a lot of 8s. Anyway. We have the 10 of Wands. Okay. How do I want to do this? Let's put this Knight back over here. Alright, we have the 10 of Wands. Interesting. Ten of Wands. Many times, I'm almost wishing for a Tower to come in. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It's interesting because you know, I think a Virgo, I am a Virgo sun, and I have a Gemini moon. And it's interesting, I just felt that all of a sudden. Now, it doesn't mean that has to be you. Let's keep going. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of surrounding. We have the world. It's like some of you are afraid of entering this next chapter. Pray about it. Some of you literally are worried about this next chapter, and the chapter just so happens to deal with love. Sometimes we don't believe that love, you know, is like, you know, I can use my own life for example. Like, you know, I got married when I was young. Well, that didn't work out. You know what I mean? It was quite horrible, actually, except for the birth of my 2 beautiful children. But besides that, it was just like, you know, he was just a serial cheater. And then I ended up with an abusive man, and it took me 5 years to get away from that. You know, and then the next person was the right person at the right time, for sure. You know, and you know why? Because I took a leap of faith and I left, let's just call him a narcissist. I left him without even saying anything. And that was the end of that. I was like, damn, why didn't I do that 5 years ago? But anyways, why am I saying all that? I'm saying all that because I've had many reasons to shut down my heart, right? I've had my heart broken in every way it could possibly be broken, with the loss of my son. You know, nothing I feel is heavier than that. But I kept my heart open. And now I do have great love. Now, late in life, I'm back with my first love from when I was a teenager. Now, I know many of you already know that story, but why I'm telling you that is because I could have chose, especially after losing my son, not to love again. But I felt like I was guided. Like Sam and I were guided together. And I just find it interesting that I always considered him one of the greatest loves of my life, even though we were only together for such a short period at such a young age. But he never left my heart. And I never left his, clearly, because he reached out to me unexpectedly. Unexpected. Do you think I was expecting? I was living in a different state. I was in Rhode Island. He's in Pennsylvania. Do you think I was expecting that call? No. Not at all. I had so much going on in my life at that time. And I mean hard, like just getting through the day type of energy. That phone call changed everything. And I'm telling you that because I did not expect it. And I feel like that's what's happening for you. Don't close your heart down. You know what I mean? And if you're worried about this love that's coming in, go slow. Step by step, right? Allow people to reveal themselves to you. But this feels quite magical. All right, let's keep going. You know, I really don't like talking about myself. That's the Virgo in me. Like, I don't mind talking, but like, I don't like giving all my personal stories. First of all, I feel like, who even cares? You know what I mean? But what I'm learning, or what I've learned, let's say in the last couple years, is my experiences many times are your experiences, or you will be going through something like that. So that's why I use my experiences just to help you. Because honestly, I don't like talking about myself. And yet, I want to write a book. We have the Ten of Swords. But I have to tell you, the Ten of Swords is in reverse. Now, it's not the first card in reverse. And I did say I told myself, I'm not going to read reversals today. But I can't help notice this Ten of Swords in reverse. And I find it interesting because it's coming above the Knight of Cups. Again, an unexpected cup of fulfillment. Well, we have the Nine of Swords right beside it, right? But then these 10 swords, because it's in reverse, these swords drop out. This is not about a repeat pattern. It's the end of that. So if you find that you're in a repeat pattern, we have 10 of Swords mirrored by the 10 of Wands. I almost want that tower to come. I want this period. This is a time of heavy responsibilities. But also I need to know my own responsibility. My own actions within things. I feel like the Ten of Swords saying I've been storing up these daggers. And it's like it almost gets to a point of submission. In reverse, those swords are dropping out. Literally. Will I allow them? Why are they dropping out? Well, it has something to do with this night. So let's keep going. Let's go below them. Well, we'll do one beside. We have the King of Wands. Well, there you are. Leo. Can be another Leo. Sagittarius or Aries. We did see Aries. Doesn't have to be any of that. We have the Hangman on the other side. And then we have the Two of Wands coming right under the 10 of Cups, under the 10 of Wands. This 10 of Wands is ending. That is good news. Two of Wands saying that you're standing at a crossroad. And at this crossroad, there is passion. And there's something that is pulling at you. It's like, And I feel like it's saying, follow it. Well, hello, Six of Cups. Coming under the Lovers. 2 sixes, by the way. Six of Cups can certainly speak about someone of your past. Now, if this is someone of your past, I'm going to tell you, I don't feel like they're coming in with hardships. I don't feel like they're coming in tied to anybody else. I don't think your guides would want that. I feel like this is energy that would be free and clear. And I feel like this is energy that will fall in love with you and you will fall in love with them. Like, I just feel that. Six of Cups. Interesting how I just gave you the whole backstory of how Sam and I got together. But that may be why. Because the Six of Cups can represent someone that you remember and that you have happy memories of. Like, when I think of them, it puts a smile on my face or it warms my heart. Right next to that Two of Wands. So I wouldn't be surprised for some of you. This certainly could be someone of your past. Can represent a past life also with the Lovers right above that. Let's keep going. Okay, well, that didn't take long. We have the Five of Cups. Interesting. Right next to the Six of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Well, Queen of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is someone who lives within their truth as they reach the Queen status. You know, in the page, maybe I'm still learning, right? I'm still learning. But in the Queen's energy, and again, it doesn't matter the sign, I feel like this is someone who wants to live, like, if I'm going to fall in love, I want it to be true love. I want it to be forever. Like, I don't feel like there's energy of like, I just want to date and have a good time. I feel like this is about settling down with someone and settling down potentially for the rest of your life. I say potentially because, again, free will. But the 6 and the 5 of Cups, by the way, is an 11. Another thing that I associate with the twin flame. Just saying. And by the way, I don't even know what it was, but there was like someone did a moon reading for me and said that my number is 11, and to use 11 as often as I can. And it's interesting because in my email, it's my name plus 1111. So I already do that. But I'm just noticing the 11. I can't help that. But interesting because the 5 of Cups speaks about someone of our past. And this is someone that normally that I'm missing. Or they're missing us. They're missing you. It can be both ways. But again, I feel like it's unexpected. So I feel like some of you, like, literally are going to start living, how do I say this, my experiences. Like, you've been through the difficult part. Now I feel like maybe the magical part's about to open up. This queen lives within her truth. So, this is going to be a long reading, I know that, but I really wanted to look at this. Alright, before I let this go, I just want to ask the question. For the majority of those here, is this talking about someone that they already know in this lifetime? In this lifetime. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Interesting though, it came in reverse. We have the Death card. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. And then we have the King of Swords. So, first thing I would pick out from this is saying that this is energy of a soulmate or a twin that maybe you haven't connected with yet in this lifetime. So, for let's say, for many, this is speaking about new love. But as I say new love, I still feel it's old love. Like, we have loved before. Just maybe not in this lifetime. You know, this is about two soul seeds of intention coming into fruition. I feel like that's what the Death card is telling us. That, you know, but then I also, you know, interesting because then I pick up also that for some of you, it is someone that you potentially were with. Okay, so I want to ask another question. So for those who were with this person in this lifetime, what can we know about that? We have the 5 of Swords. And then we have the 2 of Swords. Okay. I guess what it would mean is that, you know, I almost feel like the potential of these two people who have been in this lifetime together, I do feel like there was, like, great potential. But I do feel like something came in the way, and it's probably some type of communication with the 5 of Swords. You know what I mean? Like, where we can get nasty with each other. And then the 2 Swords following that, so it does kind of put that question of, would I accept this person back? Again, I don't feel like this is a person that we were speaking about in the first reading. I feel like time had definitely passed. You know, like I went on with my life, they went on with their life. Because we can't forget that this is unexpected. But my question was, for those who are with, that may be reconnecting with someone of their past, what can you tell us? So it's telling us that at one time, you know, and what's interesting in the Five of Swords in this deck is you see two people. Normally you see, well, I don't know, but you see two people and you see both of them have these swords in their back. Alright, so let me ask one more question. So, well, what I was going to ask is, with the Seven of Wands. Man, we keep getting the Seven of Wands. Why is that? Then we have the Three of Wands. So this is a different way of looking at my life. Maybe it's a different way of looking at the past. This isn't about the past. This is about what you're going to build, what you can build moving forward. This is a very optimistic view of all that can be. But I feel like if this is someone that you have been with, there probably needs to be forgiveness, or hopefully it already came. The Queen and the Queen of Swords, the King and the Queen of Swords are both here. So again, like-minded energy. Again, doesn't mean you have to be an air sign. It just means that they are like-minded. The King of Wands probably is you, but this is also a king who takes the initiative, right? It's mirrored by the Hangman, so maybe it is talking about it has been quite a while. Again, Sam and I mean, we dated when I was 15. We broke up when, I think we were 16. Like, I don't even think we made it to, I don't even think I was with him when I was 17. So, but then we're back together again. And now, oh my God, I just realized I'm 62. I thought I was 52. Isn't that weird? I feel like it's saying it's going to depend on you. Because I do feel like this person's coming in the light. The sun was the very first thing we saw. Right? Not the first thing, but the second thing. So I do feel like this is all talking about energy is coming towards you that's in the light. Or let's put it another way, that can raise your vibration. That maybe can even give you the type of life that you really want. That you really deserve. But if that's the case, I can't regret what I have learned. You know, I can't regret my hardships because they've taught me so much. Three of Wands. All it can be. You know, and she's someone who is taking it step by step by step. Why? Because she wants to enjoy each moment. And I feel like sometimes with love, that's the problem. We try to move it along so quickly, but each moment holds something precious. Alright guys, I am going to read from the book. I mean, it's Jesus. I have to. You probably had the longest reading of the month. But if that's the case, I feel like you probably needed it. Alright, Jesus. Mother Mary sends you this card because you have a close and personal relationship with her son, Jesus. They both hear and lovingly answer your prayers. Jesus offers healing support to you and your loved ones, as well as helping you have faith in God's miracles of love. This card also is a reminder that Jesus loves you and everyone on this planet, regardless of faith. He's a wonderful role model of forgiveness, integrity, and love that you can emulate in your current situation. Amen. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you. I hope you're okay. This reading being so long. We're probably over an hour. We are over an hour. Wow. But I feel like every minute was needed. So I love you. I thank you. And I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.